After that big speech, he said, "Will you be Mrs. Peters?" I was like, yes! Yes! He didn't even ask me, "Will you marry me yet?" I was like, yes!
Hey, what's up guys?
What's up?
Happy New Year. This is our first video of 2018.
Yeah.
And we are super excited to be sharing more consistently with you guys this year.
Yeah, exactly. So we had a little discussion. We thought for the first few videos of this year, we would like to do a little series. Now, we know you guys know us, but you don't really know that much about our love story. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, how we got engaged, our marriage and our wedding, and buying our house together. So we're gonna share a few of those things with you guys over the next few videos. But today is all about how Bae proposed to me. Some of you on social media might know, on Instagram might know the story, but no one knows in detail, and we might even include some sneaky little footage. But yeah, you might want to grab a snack or some tea because this is set to be a bit of a long one, not gonna lie.
Yep, it is, but I think it's only right that I start this one.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. Let's get into the details right now. So guys, this all started on January 2015, New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I just got to a point in my life where, we'd had a pretty rough year the year before, and, well, really rough actually. Yeah. But we just came into a place where we were just doing so much better. We built on our relationship, and I got to the place where I was like, you know what? It has to be now or never. I'm gonna propose to Zoe this year. I just kind of sat down, I said, can I be with Zoe for the rest of my life? And with how things are now, am I happy to just move forward with this? And I just honestly, there was no other answer but yes. So I said, you know what, cool, this year I'm gonna propose. I told my family, they were super, super happy. They were like, wow, it's taken ages to get to this point anyway, so it's about time. And
I'm not even saying anything, but yeah.
Yeah, but from that point onwards, that's when the planning started. And I just remembered just thinking, right, where am I going to do this? I was on Google day and night, trying to find, because I really wanted it to be epic. I really wanted it to be something that it was fitting for
perfection. Yeah,
fitting for my queen.
Oh.
So I was like, you know what, where am I going to do this? I was looking for a skyscraper. Should I do a hot air balloon? She's like, well, how am I going to do this? So after I'd pretty much exhausted tons of options, I kind of remembered that, one of the things that we said we wanted to do in our relationship was to travel. Yeah. And I thought, okay, let's try and do something that's actually out of the country. And I was like, wait, that's perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. So I settled in my mind that, south of France was somewhere that I really, really, really liked. And I started basically scheming from that point onwards. And it kind of fell into place. Yeah,
he was scheming for, guys, 6 whole months. So we get to the 30th of June, right? And I'm just at work. It's really heat wave time in London at this point. I remember it just being so hot.
Crazy hot that day.
Really, really hot in London. And I was just at work normally, as you do. I was the only one in the office as well. And usually I get loads of suppliers knocking on the door, but this knock sounded a bit different. So I open the door and I see Tosin. I'm thinking, okay, this is strange. Why are you here? And then he came in and he was like, okay, babe, by the way, I know you've had a bit of a rough time, because to be honest with you, when do I not have? I've had a lot of rough time. But I think it was just I wanted a different job and stuff like that. He came and he was like, babe, you've got the rest of the day off and you've got the rest of the week off. I was like, yeah, babe, nice joke. Yeah, it's lovely to see you and everything, but what are you doing here?
I wasn't joking, boy.
So he was like, no, I've spoken to your boss. And I was like, yeah, but my boss is based in New York, so no, you didn't speak to my boss. He was like, I spoke to your boss. Don't ask me questions. I've spoken to your boss. And he has told me that you have the rest of today off. And it was lunchtime, I think just before lunchtime, even, or maybe just after. And you have the rest of the week off. And tomorrow, babe, we are having our day. We are having a day dedicated to us, celebrate where we are. For me, I was like, what? He had the audacity to speak to, email my work. So after that, then Tosin put out he was carrying a bag and he put it out on the desk and he said, right babe, I want you to open this.
Yeah.
So I opened it and I pulled out 3 white dresses in my size as well. I was like, girl.
Come on, what's he man knew?
He knew my size and he picked out 3 white dresses for me and he said, listen, I want you to try them all on and I want you to pack one of them with you tomorrow and I want you to pack a bag, just a bag, and we're going to have a really nice time tomorrow.
So that surprise was a success. So we parted ways. I went home knowing fully well that we weren't just going to have some random day out just to ease her mind for how things were going at work. It was going to be that I was going to propose. Obviously went to sleep, before I went to sleep, I sent her a full itinerary of what she needs to pack for the day. A very, very light bag.
Yeah.
And made sure that she had everything that she needed for the day.
Yeah.
So went to sleep, woke up the next day thinking, wow, this is really, really it. This is like super, super surreal.
July 1st.
July 1st, yep. So exactly the halfway point of the year as well, isn't it? Anyway, drove to her house from north to south, crazy early in the morning because it's an early flight. So I got to her house and she was ready and stuff. And because obviously I'd done everything right. I had spoken to her parents to ask for her hand in marriage and all that stuff. So when I got to the house, her mum knew about it. And while Zoe was getting ready upstairs, her mum came downstairs and was like, okay, so, here's the passport and stuff. So we sorted all that stuff out. I had her passport then and there, which was...
I just had no clue.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
But yeah, she gave me her blessing again and we headed out.
So we left and we started driving. And I thought, you know what, right? I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing like a t-shirt. Like, this is nothing. We're going to Brighton. I was literally like, we're going to Brighton.
Yeah, she really thought we were going to Brighton.
And then I started seeing signs to Brighton. And then signs to Gatwick at the same time. I was thinking, listen, there's no way we're going anywhere abroad because I don't have my passport. And it's not like my mum keeps my passport for me. My mum had to get it out somewhere because I usually keep my passport myself. So I just had no clue. But I just thought, no, there's no way we're going abroad. We're going to Brighton. not that there's anything wrong with going to Brighton. But then we started going more and more towards Gatwick, and then we started going towards the car park, the short stay car park, and I was just like, what's Faye doing? What is Faye doing?
So we pulled up at the airport now, and we're super excited. This is our first time going away together as well. So, and Zoe has no clue where I've booked these tickets for. So we're going through security, everything. Don't tell her. I tell her to look away each time. I had everything sorted out. It was not till we got to the gate that she realised that we were flying to Nice.
And still, I remember getting to the gate, and being like, where are we going? I don't know. I feel like I was just so like discombobulated, if that's the word. I just didn't really know what was going on.
So short flight over, and one thing I had done is I didn't want us to be jumping in taxis and kind of having to find our way around. I'd actually booked for us to have a tour guide basically to chauffeur us around Nice for the entire day. So that was pretty cool. So she picked us up at Nice airport, and I remember she was just super, super happy to see us, knowing fully well, because I kind of winked at her. She knew exactly what was going on. She knew that I was going to be proposing that day, obviously. So she was super happy, took us to the car park and stuff, and randomly she had a Range Rover. I was like proper nice Range Rover Sport. I was like, okay. Like, even I didn't know that I'd booked it. So that was kind of nice because it kind of added to the kind of luxury experience of it. So we're kind of getting chauffeured around and stuff. We ended up going to a beautiful hilltop city called Ez. After we did a bit of sightseeing. And this was crunch time.
So yeah, guys, we get to this beautiful, beautiful hotel. Literally very, very stunning. And we just are in the lobby, and then Faye then told me, I've planned for us to have lunch here, so we're kind of in shorts and we're not really dressed for this place. So I've booked us a room to like freshen up and change and stuff, and I want you to wear one of the dresses. And so I was like, this is really, really nice. This is such a nice surprise day that he's got planned for me. And so I go to the room, I get dressed, I like get freshened up and stuff, And that whole time, I just had no, like guys, I had no clue. None. I kid you, I lie to you not. I had no clue what was going on at all. And then meanwhile, stay over here.
Yeah, so I went over to my room to change, but I changed massively quickly. Yeah. And then the concierge took me to this insane balcony that, it was basically like a private room that has a balcony that faces out on the cliff face and has a sea view. It's just super amazing. So I set up that place, got the rose petals, had like a CD player with like a really mushy love song playlist and everything. I was just like ready, and I was like, cool. It's like this is that moment. Yeah. So I popped over to her room to check whether she was ready, and she looked amazing. So I went to her room and told her that we're going to be having an absolutely amazing lunch. So she came with me to the lobby after she got ready. So basically, I'd set up that the concierge would tell us that, oh, our table is not ready yet. So, and it's kind of weird actually, because at that moment, Zoe was telling me, oh, I've got all my stuff with me. It would be great to just leave this in the room. Yeah. So I said,
I think it was just a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the bag with her. I said, oh, that's fine. I'll take this bag. So that was a really, really great way for me to escape. Yeah. So I took her bag and I went straight to the balcony and put it down and kind of started preparing myself. I like started praying. I was like palms sweaty and stuff. I was just thinking, gosh, this is that moment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was kind of just still in the lobby, and then one of the waitresses come to me and she's like, oh, your table's ready. I'm gonna show you to your table. And I was like, oh no, but my boyfriend's just gone to take my bag back to the room. So it's cool. I'm gonna wait for him. We'll go together. She's like, oh no, I saw him on the way. And what had happened was I saw him on the way, and I've already seated him. So do you want to come with me? And so I was like, okay, fine, that's okay. I started following her, and then walking, like just kept walking. I was thinking, this is a bit of a long journey to the table, but okay. And walked further and further, and then she opened these doors into such an amazing room, and it's just like a straight route right out into the balcony. To my left was a photographer. To my right was a tour guide with an iPhone. Yeah. And in front of me was this handsome, lovely man. Listen, it's bringing back memories to me already. I was honestly so nervous, and Faye then said to me, come here.
So at that moment, I was thinking, cool, boom, I've got my speech ready. I talked about the past, the present, and the future. I talked about our past and how it's just been an amazing few years that we've been together. Not without its ups and downs, but ultimately there was no way that I was prepared to live my life without her. I talked about the present and how we've just kind of grown, and how we're just mad deeply in love with each other. And I talked about the future. And when I talked about the future, that's when I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me.
He literally said, after that big speech, he said, will you be Mrs. Peters? I was like, yes! He didn't even ask me, will you marry me yet? And I was like, yes! And then it was so special, honestly. Yeah. And he brought the ring out. And who am I? I literally just started to take the ring.
I was like, I had to kind of like take the ring back a little bit. I was like, wait, hold up. Calm down. Wait, she was ready to.
I was ready to
put the ring on herself.
I was so nervous. I think I was just so nervous, baby.
Yeah. So I took out the ring and obviously slipped into the finger. Perfect fit, obviously. And man, we just kind of really, really hugged it out, and that's when the tears started flowing and stuff. But yeah, it was such a surreal moment.
It was incredibly emotional, and I kind of feel that in that moment I just thought, wow, everything we've been through is just so worth it to get to this point. And to be honest with you, it's just been like that in our relationship. We're just so grateful that we stuck together, and that moment honestly was amazing. Just what you said to me, and yeah, it was just brilliant. But then the day didn't end there at all. So, do you want to say?
Yeah, after that, the tour guide, who had been super helpful in sorting this all out, she was kind of translating in French to some of the people in the hotel that didn't understand English and stuff. But we basically went with her, and had a full day still. This is only about midday or so that this happened. We had a full day. We drove down to Monaco, which was super, super nice. Definitely recommend it to you guys. Head down there. Such a beautiful place.
And it's so close. Like, you literally just drive into it, and the range was like, we are now in Monaco.
Yeah, it was really nice. We did the tourist stuff. We went to Monte Carlo.
Yeah, it was
just
lovely.
really nice. Went to the casino and all that stuff.
And we drove on the Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, the Grand Prix route as well, which is really nice. And to top it all off, we had a sea view dinner as well in the evening.
Honestly,
and
so special.
Even I was surprised at how nice it was, and I was the one that arranged it. It was crazy, but it was really nice, man. I couldn't have asked for a more perfect day. No rain, just beautiful weather all the way through.
Was so good, but the thing that got me like the most was just that I hadn't really dreamed about what my proposal would be like at all, if I'm honest, but I never dreamed that it would be as good as it was. Like, I genuinely feel you put so much effort into, and like, just to know that he planned it for 6 months, he spoke to different people and like really set it up. And I was genuinely surprised as well, like, because that was one of my fears, because we knew that we would eventually get engaged, but I just didn't know when and what moment and stuff like that. But I was genuinely surprised, and it was just the most beautiful day, honestly. Still one of the best days of our lives.
So yeah, guys, that is how I proposed. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, and it's given you a bit of inspiration as well for some guys that might be looking to propose someday.
Guys, if you did like this video, please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe and share. And oh yes, please turn on your post notifications for us so you don't miss a video. But until then, we will see you guys on the next one. See ya. I nearly cried. Do you know that? I nearly cried when I thought about it, because talking about it, right, you start to get like feelings of, you don't care, do you?
No.
You're so rude.